Now, a lot of Chelsea fans are saying that Reece James plays as an overlapping right back at England. And they ask, why can't Reece James play as an overlapping right back at Chelsea? So I would give you the answer in this video. Just watch this video to the very end. Now, you see, the fact is, at England, Reece James does not necessarily play as an overlapping right back. Yes, on the surface, he plays as an overlapping right back. But when you look at it critically, you would realize that Reece James, he does not really play as an overlapping right back in all England games. Now, let me explain it, because a lot of you will be at this point that you say, why are you countering yourself? Why are you confusing yourself? Relax. Let me explain. Now, when England plays against teams that sit back, right? Reece James, he overlaps. He play as an overlapping right back. Why? Because these teams, they are sitting back. So Reece James is basically like an overlapping fullback, right back in that type of game. Why? Because the teams are sitting back. But when England plays against teams that don't sit back, against teams that don't set low block, against teams that set mid block or high line, Reece James does not overlap. Reece James, he stays back. He doesn't overlap. He stays back. Now, if you see, you will now realize that in some games, Reece James will play as an overlapping right back. In other games, Reece James will not play as an overlapping right back for the same England team. For the same England team. And mind you, you have to remember that international football is different from club football. In international football, they will give you time, they will give you space. It's not that fast paced. It's not quick. The tempo of the game is not fast. I mean, take the tempo of any national game or any international game between countries compared to the tempo of club games in the Premier League. You see that the tempo of the club games in the Premier League is faster than the tempo of the games in the international games or in international competitions, right? So that means if Reece James is playing as an overlapping right back against teams that are sitting back against England, right? The fact that the game is not fast-paced means that Reece James does not necessarily need to run at full speed to go back to his position. He doesn't necessarily need to do it. He doesn't necessarily need to do it. So he can survive. But now, when he's not playing against teams, when England are not playing against teams that keep high line, you will never see Reece James playing as an overlapping fullback, because that means he would have to be running the full pitch at fast pace. And we all know what will happen if Reece James runs at full pace. If Reece James runs at full pace, if he sprints at full pace, injury straight. So that is the difference. I hope I have been able to establish that. Now, the focus right now, I want Reece James to actually play as an overlapping right back. So I believe that Enzo Maresca needs to find a balance, just like the way Thomas Tuchel and England, they found a balance for Reece James. In some games, he plays as an overlapping right back. In other games, he sit backs. Enzo Maresca needs to do the same thing at Chelsea for Reece James. Now, right now, we play a 3-3-4. 3-3-4 shape, diamond shape, and or what have you. And that already suits Reece James. It suits Reece James for what I am suggesting. In some games, Reece James can play as an overlapping right back. In other games, let him stay back. I believe that if we can actually find a way to put Reece James, Cole Palmer, and William Esteban on that right-hand flank, then Chelsea will have the most dangerous right-hand flank in world football. But we must find the balance. We cannot just throw Reece James and say, go and play overlapping right back. No, we need to find the balance. In some games, he can play it. In other games, he should not play it, depending on the tempo of the game. Because again, if Reece James starts running at high speed, if he starts sprinting, his muscles cannot do it. With time, maybe with one more seasons, it will become more fitter. But please, let us manage Reece James. Let us not push him into an overlapping fullback just yet. We have to find the balance.